college football playoffs.
College football
Quarterfinals
playoffs.
are here.
Round
New
2.
Year's Eve, we've got one game.
The eve of the new year.
Penn State, Boise State.
Yes.
The Fiesta Bowl in Arizona.
Aye.
Penn State, 10.5 point favorites, total 52.5 A little
Fiesta
crazy. We
time.
have double-digit favorites. Heading
Don't get me
into
started. That's another
second round.
Another
But, you know,
topic.
it is what it is. Boise State, the people's team. I want to
Yeah.
start with Mario. Mario, when you look at these teams,
Yep.
you know, one of these teams got a bye,
Yep.
but they're the huge underdog.
Huge
How
dog.
do you stack this one up?
Yeah, this is a tough game to assess here because Penn State on this side of the bracket, you know, I want to say they're my favorite to make it out. They're right there with Georgia for me. But this Boise State team, I don't know. The more you look into them, I feel like everyone's just throwing them out the way, counting them out. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people realize. Something about this game being at a neutral site as well, you know, I think plays in favor of Boise, you know, especially not having to go into a tough environment like SMU did. I think you're going to see some production from Ashton Genty, which obviously is not a surprising thing that's happened this season.
Well, a lot of people are saying he might get stood up by this Penn State team.
Yeah. I just think Ashton Genty, he's one of those running backs where, I mean, he's going to get the ball 20, 25 times.
35 times.
I mean, if they have a
billion.
lead.
47 times.
But he's one of those guys, he's just so special. He could get stuffed for 17 runs, 18 runs, 19th run to the house. You know what I mean? He just has that ability. And this Penn State team, you know, they can get the ball moved on them, you know, especially if they're not at home. So I don't know. I like Boise State covering this line.
Wow. Plus 10.5.
I love this. I love them
So
covering
love,
Mr. Yoon.
love numbers. Look, if I know a bowl game, I know about the Verbo Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
You really do.
So I mean, I'm dialed in with this is my bowl. This
your
is
bowl.
my bowl.
What is Verbo?
That's a great question. I think it's a
Sorry, my fault. I thought you were saying your bowl.
no Verbo. I think it's a TV company.
It's nowhere near that.
It's an insurance company.
No. Not
It's an auto thing. It has to do with cars.
I was just wondering for the public because you said this is your bowl.
Regardless,
Okay,
regard
go
me,
ahead.
it has to do with cars. I know all about Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Here's the thing: is that Ashton Genty, the main element of Boise State? Boise is in Idaho, by the way. He doesn't
not
speak
Boise,
Spanish.
Arizona.
No, he doesn't speak Spanish. Fiesta, which means feast, is en español.
That's not what
Fiesta
This-
does not mean
That is
feast.
not what Fiesta
Clearly,
You
you
ever
don't speak
gone to a
Spanish either.
fiesta?
Fiesta means party.
Ding, 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 ding. So you don't speak Spanish either.
I do.
You and Ashton Genty are the same person.
Are you holding
Genty
the
and,
mic like that?
Genty and I have similar
fingers.
linguistic issues in the Espanol territory, all right? While I consider myself to be more fluent in the language, Mr. Genty is not. So let me tell you here something right now. This Mountain West team, this little Mountain West team, this little Boise State Mountain West team, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing that's going to scare this Penn State team. This Penn State's going to look them right in the ass. They're going to shut them down. They're going to kill it.
Right in the ass.
Where are they looking?
Directly
Where are
in the
they
ass.
looking at him?
Dude, you gotta enunciate.
No.
Dude. Like,
Right in the eyes.
Right
They're going to
in the
put
ass.
belt to ass. They're going to stop Genty
Like staring
in
in
his
their ass,
tracks.
and they're gonna put a belt to their
That's
ass.
it.
All right.
okay.
Mike,
That's
fluent
it.
in Spanish, it seems. And
Si,
he
Doesn't
know
knows
the
a
word
lot about
fiesta.
the company Verbo. Ryan,
Si, senor.
what do you think here?
Orale.
This should be the identical game of SMU. I think it might be, what was it, 38-10?
Yep.
I think it might be the exact same score. If I'm Penn State, I just put 2 spies on Genty, like you would do for a quarterback.
Spine the running back.
Exactly. You don't. So what the problem is, a lot of teams
I don't
try
even know
to
that's a thing.
exactly. You try to stack the
I
box.
mean, linebackers already aligned.
No, but I'm saying they try to stack the box, and then as soon as a run goes, linebackers attack, and that's Genty's best thing. As soon as he gets past one, gone. If you just go laterally and make him go laterally, or make him go instead of going just up the field, I think you slow him down, and that's the easiest thing to do. So I think you really just have your linebackers just sit there and don't move.
I mean, surely one defensive coordinator, that idea had to have crossed their mind this season. Like,
It didn't, and don't call
No,
him
but
Shirley.
I think they were. I think it's because they couldn't because their offensive line wasn't as
Airplane joke.
good. No, that's good, Mike.
Thank
I
you.
just think this is the only time where you have the ability to waste those players because the rest of their team sucks. The rest of the time, Boise State they played nobodies or they had to play. Maybe they could get thrown on. Maybe they could get whatever it was. But I think this is the game where almost like make sure Gentie's not a factor, and there's no world where this could be close. Not even a single universe this would be close if Gentie doesn't have over 200 yards rushing.
You outlining Penn State?
Yeah, sure. I'll put $1 billion on it. Should be. I'll bet if this was minus 25.5, I'd bet it.
I'd hammer it. I'd hammer minus 25.5. Yeah, this is a blowout. Unfortunately, I would love Boise to win. It's not going to happen. I said it with the SMU game, and I think it applies more here. There's levels to this shit in college football, and it will really be on display this time. If you thought the conversation was bad about allowing Indiana in the playoffs, an 11-win Big Ten team,
You wait.
the conversation from Alabama fans and Ole Miss fans after this Boise State game, I think all of us are dreading because we know exactly what the conversation is going to be, and they're going to change something to allow for more 9-win SEC teams instead of giving the 11-12 win other schools a shot. So I'm really bummed. I'm kind of bummed that I think and know that's going to happen. As far as betting, yes, Penn State, I would bet them all the way up to 20-something. They win this by 25, 30 points, easy. I don't even think Gentie is really a factor in this game. And by a factor, I mean it has an influence on the final score. Sure, he might rush for 160 yards and a touchdown or two, but I don't think that changes anything about the result of this game. Penn State's going to score at will. There's no... Yeah, they might not punt. They might literally score a touchdown
they're gonna run all over this
every single time they touch the ball, the entire game. No interceptions, So they're better at every position except for running back, and they're not bad at running back. Easy Penn State here. And I just really hope people don't change the result of the playoffs based on this game. Because I think this one could get really, really ugly, and they're a 4 seed. So
3 seed.
Wait,
or a 3 seed, yeah.
So while you don't take overs and unders, would you take the over because you think Penn State will score at will?
No, because it's 52.5. I could even see 45-0. I mean, I watched Georgia win 65-7 in the national championship against a Big 12 team, TCU, that beat Michigan. I think this Boise team is way worse than that, and this Penn State team looks really, really good. So if this is a 57-0 game, 65-0 game, no, I think it could get really
fans
bad.
Would go crazy.
No, I think it could like Georgia level bad. So I don't know. This is my red alert all in game.
Max bet.
Bet this. Press it all the way.
Love it.
And I really hope it doesn't happen.
I wouldn't be too shocked if 95% of bettors are also thinking the same thing.
Probably, and they're probably going to clean house. I mean, every home favorite won and covered this weekend.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
You have 2 games. We're going to talk it in another episode, but like Texas ASU, you have 2 games with double-digit spreads, big teams against smaller programs. There might be a trend we see playing out.
Love it.
But yeah, let us know in the comments. Does Boise State have any chance of winning this game? I hope so, but I don't know if it's going to happen.